Good morning, ultimate hustlers and digital empire builders. It is that time for the Cortez Hustle Show. And today we're talking all about online business and startups, right? We got 10 great online business ideas for you for 2022. And not just any online business ideas, but highly profitable online business ideas for you to start in the coming year. So do me a huge favor. Comment in the chat where you're from. Drop the name of your business and or your brand and smash that share button, ladies and gentlemen, and let's kick it. Yo, what's up, ultimate hustlers, and welcome to the Cortez Hustle Show, the business podcast for the entrepreneur of the 21st century. And I'm your host, Cortez Hustle. Our goal is to give you a behind-the-scenes look at how the world's greatest hustlers build amazing brands, scale their businesses to incredible heights, sell more, make more, and create mass movements that impact the world. It doesn't matter if you're a seasoned vet or you're sitting on the sidelines with aspirations to one day unleash your inner hustle. This show will provide the insights into how pure grit, determination, and hard work has morphed into some of the most iconic brands and personalities and how they are moving the culture forward. You'll get a mix of solo shows featuring yours truly, as well as interviews and content from other hustlers that I either know personally or I've learned from or whose grind I've come to know and respect. And you'll also get exclusive recordings from our membership called Monetize My Life Academy, which you can check out at monetizemylifeacademy.com. That's a program where we go live every month with some of the best hustlers on the planet, sharing best practices on how we all can explode our brands with advanced branding and marketing tactics, business development strategies, and financial game planning necessary to build the empires we all desire. Again, that's at monetizemylifeacademy.com. If you like today's episode, chances are the hustlers you're connected to will like it as well. Share it with those in your network. And when you do, use hashtag Cortez Hustle so I can see you and hopefully give you a shout out and share you in my stories. So check out today's episode and make sure you subscribe to the feed on your favorite podcasting networks. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Cortez Hustle Show. I am, of course, your host, Cortez Hustle, also known as the one and only financial health mentor, coming to you live and direct from the Cortez Hustle Challenge studios right here in St. Louis, Missouri. The Cortez Hustle Challenge, you might be asking, what the heck is that? That is where we help you with one of the greatest ways to make extra money, especially using the internet, and that is online marketing or affiliate marketing. So our challenge allows you to jump into affiliate marketing for no cost, and you're promoting one of the hottest products and services available in the digital marketing space, something that all entrepreneurs actually need and want. So go to CortezHustleChallenge.com or click the link in the show notes or the description to get the details on that. I apologize, guys. My guest for today had some technical issues. We had Vanessa Jacquemin lined up, and she's an amazing online business strategist, but she had some technical issues this morning, so we'll get her rescheduled to come back on the show. In the meantime, I'm going to give you 10 online business ideas for 2022, and you can actually start now and lay the foundation for rocking those out. Do me a favor, comment where you're from, drop the name of your business and or your brand, and let me know in the comments, have you already started an online business? If so, what kind of business are you running online? A couple quick announcements for you before we get all the way into the show. Sponsors are needed, ladies and gentlemen. If you are a business owner and you're looking for creative ways to advertise, then you could sponsor this show right here. And guess what? Your name can be right here on this show. And instead of powered by the Cortez Hustle Challenge, it could be powered by you, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I'm looking for sponsors. We got some great packages, and beyond this show, we market this show all over the place. So your links and information goes everywhere the show goes. We also have our own blog for the show, so you get a banner on the blog as well. So all you gotta do is comment keyword sponsorship or jump in the DM and let me know you're interested in finding out what our sponsor packages look like, and I'll get that information right over to you. Also, I'm looking for volunteer opportunities. If you're local to St. Louis, I want to volunteer in 10 different places this holiday season. And that's me actually going out, putting my hands into whatever these organizations got going on. I'd love to get into some volunteer opportunities. Also, if you have a nonprofit organization or a church organization where you're looking for some digital marketing help, that's another way that I can volunteer some of my time, my services, my energy, my effort to helping organizations with a great mission that align with what I believe my purpose is. I love to help in that regard. So don't forget, comment where you're from. Let me know. Are you already an online business owner? Or are you struggling to get your business online? If you are a traditional business owner, let's have a conversation today. And we're going to give you 10 different ways that you can get started in online business this morning. But before we do any of that, y'all know how I do, man. I like to start the show with a quote of the day. And today's quote is, "Nothing gives one person so much advantage over another as to remain always cool and unruffled under all circumstances," right? Nothing gives one person so much advantage over another as to remain always cool and unruffled under all circumstances. That's right. All circumstances mean all. That means you can't get too high when you win. You can't get too low when you lose. You got to know how to keep your cool at all times. Stay what's called even keel, ladies and gentlemen. And that was a quote from Thomas Jefferson. I can't count the amount of times that I've seen people lose their cool and lose opportunity, lose their cool and lose money, lose their cool and lose the love of their life, lose their cool, and it costs them big time in the interim and long term down the road. So practice what the Bible say, be slow to anger, right? Don't let anything rattle your cages, ladies and gentlemen. That's incredibly important skill or talent to master, something that I work on all the time. So we're going to get right into today's show because this is one of my favorite topics, talking about online businesses and digital marketing and things of that nature. But of course, the quote of the day is brought to you by digitalempiresystem.com. If you don't have a system that makes money for you while you're sleeping, then that's what the Digital Empire System does. Every business, whether they are traditional brick and mortar business or you are online, your coach, consultant, network marketer, whatever it is, you need your own sales funnels. You need your own email follow-up sequences and autoresponders. You need your own digital marketing platform and tools. You need a host of about, I would say, 15 to 20 solid tools that you're going to come to rely on a regular basis to help you grow your business and or your brand. And guess what? The Digital Empire System is just that. Go to digitalempiresystem.com. You can take a free trial for 14 days. Go and look at the 45 different tools that's in this one system. And you tell me if you don't need at least half of them on a regular and consistent basis in your business to grow your brand and to make money, create sales, create customer relationship. All of the things that you need in business is built into this one system, the digitalempiresystem.com. Speaking of digital empire systems and this digital land grab that we're in, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't understand where we are at this day and time in our economy, in our society, where we are with technology, where we are with artificial intelligence, and you're not learning how to leverage these things to literally make money more efficiently and effectively, which frees up your time. This is why I love the digital marketing space. This is why I love the online business space. It's because every single one of you listening to the sound of my voice could literally be making the same amount of money that you're making on your job in less time. Yep. With digital marketing, with online businesses, you can make the same amount of money you're making right now. And I don't even know you, but trust and believe when I say I know people in this space who are making everything from a couple $100 a day to tens of thousands of dollars per day, and even six-figure days, right? That's how powerful this space is. But you got to get into it. You got to take it seriously. You got to learn. You got to study. You got to get around the right people. There's a lot that goes into it, but why not start now with these 10 strategies that you can use to build an online business? So today's lessons coming from a website called time-tips.com. Let me go ahead and drop that in the comments for you guys. Let's see. There we go. Because I'm not going to be able to read all of this thing, but I want to give you some context from this particular writer. And let's see. And this is from Dahana Joy Barman. And I know I butchered that name. I apologize, my friend. But highly profitable online digital business ideas. Know which online business ideas is best for you. Top label online business ideas with low investments in 2021 and 2022. When starting a web business, you'll get to consider your own interests and skills, the market demand, your budget, and time constraints. In this article, I'm describing the best and highly profitable online business ideas you can start easily after this pandemic. Also, how to select online business ideas and how to start a business in 2021 or 2022. It's a complete guide. So let's get started, right? So why start an online business? He breaks this down first, and I agree with a lot of this stuff. Here are a number of the explanations people plan to start an online digital business. They recognize the recognition of shopping for and selling on the web. Number one, this is why you should have an online business, or why, if you are in a traditional business, you need to bring that business to the internet like ASAP. And if you need help with that, just let me know, because that's what we do. While online shopping has been around for years, the pandemic has made it a more common practice. Number two, flexible office hours and flexible office locations. A web business owner can work from anywhere at any time. This way, you'll make longer for your personal life, or make more time for your personal life. And this guy clearly isn't from the US. I can tell by the pattern of speech. But nevertheless, low setup costs is another reason you should consider an online business. Unlike a brick and mortar operation, there's no physical rent of a storefront to start out with a web business. As a result, the continued expenses are usually far more affordable. Most people can run an online business for a couple $100 per month, right? And that could be highly, highly profitable. If you think about some of these online businesses who are making millions of dollars every month, and they're basically have a couple $100 worth of recurring expenses. Wide audience reach is another. Online business owners don't need to cater to the local markets to be successful, right? You basically create a global brand for yourself. Passive income streams, monetization methods like affiliate marketing and online ad displays make it possible for money with minimum effort, different forms of income with minimum effort. So why you should have online businesses, I mean, the list literally goes on and on and on. One of the reasons that I believe you should have a business in general, three primary reasons that I think everybody should have a business in general. Number one, I think it's time that we show our children something different. Nothing wrong with college and university other than the way that it's being sold to our children, right? What do I mean by that? College and university is sold to our children as if it is the only way to succeed, and as if it is a guaranteed way to succeed. Neither one of those are true, right? But higher education, higher learning, I believe in all of that. I just don't believe the way and how it's marketed to our children. So I think we should show our children this other side of the coin, which is entrepreneurship. I also think that nothing brings you more joy and fulfillment than being able to go and hunt and kill something and bring that back to your family. Or in other words, in the business world, go and make an income that you own and control. There's a sense of fulfillment and joy that comes with that doesn't come and a lot of jobs because as you guys saw through this pandemic, man, a lot of these jobs ain't loyal, man. And a lot of these jobs don't give two shakes of a lamb's tail about your health and well-being, right? I have a situation with a close family member who's being required to go to work, even though there are several people who have recently tested positive for COVID on the location, right? Now, you don't know what these people have going on at home in terms of my family members. You don't know if they have to go take care of a high risk family member or elderly person or a newborn baby. Now, any of that stuff, you don't know. But you're forcing people to come into the office after the pandemic has proven that your company can still be profitable if all your employees work from home. It's crazy. So, pride, fulfillment, joy, nothing comes, nothing brings that into your world like entrepreneurship. And then the third reason, especially if you're here in America, the third reason that I think everybody needs a business is because it legally, ethically, and morally allows you to lower your number one expense, and that is taxes, right? I happen to believe that the United States tax code is the number one wealth building tool in the entire world when properly leveraged. And you cannot get access to that tool unless you have a business. And an online business is just as good at leveraging the tax code as any other type of business. In fact, the IRS does not care if it's a home-based business, an online business, a brick and mortar business, doesn't matter. Business is business in the eyes of the IRS as long as you meet three criteria. You got to work your business regularly. You got to work your business in an attempt to make a profit, and you got to keep good records, right? That's it. So let's talk about 10 highly profitable online businesses that you could start. Number one, become a freelancer, right? Estimated income, the typical freelancing rate is about $21 an hour, though that amount can vary by industry and by site and by individual skill set, right? By individual brand. I know some freelancers who have the same service. Some of them will allow you into their programs for a couple $100. Some of them will allow you into their programs for a couple $1,000. Others charge you tens of thousands of dollars, and it's the same services. Why? Because they built a brand, right? There's a premium. There's something to a premium brand that basically puts you in a different stratosphere. So, with the increase of the gig economy, many of us now consider freelancing a viable alternative to the 9 to 5 grind. In fact, 75% of freelancers reported that their income increased after making this career shift. So, what a freelancer is, it's someone who uses their particular set of skills and they are a skill for hire. Instead of me going to work for company X for 9 to 5, I will put myself in the marketplace and I'm available to work for company A through Z. Whoever needs my specific skill set will meet my demands in terms of price and time commitment and that kind of stuff. I can work for anybody. It's kind of like a free agent in sports, right? You work and you do a contracted term. Once that contract term is over, then you're a free agent again and somebody else can hire you, right? But a good freelancer can work with several different companies at the same time, right? So number one, take your gift, your talent, your skill, right? And build a freelance business and offer that skill to other people, to other companies, right? I have the skill of brand building. So I am a freelance brand builder. You can hire me to help you build your personal brand, right? I have a skill that can help you publish a book in 21 days or less, right? You can consider me a freelance self-publishing coach, right? You got so many skills that a lot of people have not even recognized as what's called marketable skills. And here's what's cool about the internet. If you think you don't have a marketable skill right now, go out and do some research on what you love to do and what you already know how to do and see how many people are already doing it for money. One of the first things I tell people to do when they're trying to get into this space is go do some market research. You know how to, let's say, you know how to knit. All right. Go and type in knitting coach and see how many businesses pop up, right? You got a skill that's marketable. You have just been trained that nobody wants to buy that skill from you. It's very similar to this. This is what happens on your job. And I know we got to get to 1 minute motivation here in a second, but this thought just came to me. Your job is very similar to that controlling mate, boyfriend or girlfriend, right? And what do they want you to believe when they are no good for you, but they need you? They try to make you believe that nobody else will want you, right? I want y'all to think about this. Your job will try to make you believe that you need them and nobody else wants you. This is why you don't see your skill set as marketable. Now, if you work for a company and they're paying you a salary of, say, $50,000 a year, I guarantee you that you are bringing them at bare minimum $200,000 worth a year of value, because that's just good business. I wouldn't pay you $50,000 a year and you're only bringing $50,000 to the table. I have to be getting a return on my investment. And the way these companies are set up, they're trying to get 2x, 3x, 10x return on their investment. So we've been trained that what we do on our job is not marketable. So much so that we won't even go and market our skill to another company that could pay us more, right? But all the things that are required for you to get up and go to a job every single day, no matter what it is that you're doing, it's a marketable skill, from the janitor all the way up to the CEO. It's a marketable skill that you could be using as a freelancer. So we got 9 more to go, ladies and gentlemen. Comment in the chat though, what is your skill? If you comment your skill, if you comment your passion, I'm going to give you some ideas towards the end of the show on what you can do to turn those into income streams. But I need y'all to participate. List the passion that you have or a skill that you have, and let's talk about how you can turn those into income. So if you're new to the show, we do a segment every episode called 1 Minute Motivation. I'm big on personal growth and self-development. I believe so heavily in it that I incorporate it into every show. So I'm going to play a short motivational video, usually 60 to 90 seconds. And then I'm going to ask that you comment one of your takeaways, and I'm going to give a couple takeaways. So let's get into 1 Minute Motivation right here on the Cortez Hustle Show.
And their potential. When you look at scouts and how they grade or evaluate talent, sometimes these scouts are way off base. If you go back and look at some of the scouting reports of a guy like Steph Curry, who's small frame, another guy, Kevin Durant, they said these guys were not going to make it in the league. It was going to be tough. But these are some of the guys that are, they're lighting it up every night, making it to beyond the expectations of, the playoffs, getting into the finals. Look at what Kevin Durant has done, even after the Achilles injury. Not to mention, one of the greatest, basketball players, in LeBron James. Look at what Michael Jordan did. So again, when you think about these guys enhance their abilities. They go beyond and they exceed expectations because it's that mindset of wanting to be great. I think Kobe said it best, and I think a lot of athletes that are hovering around that stratosphere of being great and considered one of the greatest is that it's a relentless pursuit of greatness.
Just answer this question for me. Do you have a relentless pursuit of greatness? Just answer that for me. Riddle me this. Do you have a relentless pursuit of greatness? Talk about believing in yourself, man. When everybody around you is saying what you can and can't not do, right? Here's my biggest takeaway from that clip. Never, ever, 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 ever let anyone superimpose their limitations on you. Because usually when somebody is saying what you can and cannot do, that is them trying to put themselves in your shoes and saying, oh, if I was H. Cortez, there is no way I'd be able to build a billion-dollar media empire. And I get that. If you were me based on what you see on the outside only, then I get how you can come to that conclusion, right? But you don't know what's going on internally, and nobody does. So when people are judging you from the outside, from past acts, listen, we are so dynamically made that my wife and I sleep in the same bed, obviously. And the way God created us is that the person she fell asleep to with last night and the person that I am today could be completely 180 degrees different. That's how quickly we can transform. So while somebody is sitting back saying, because of your past, you can't do this in your future, they have no clue that you are not even the same person that you were yesterday, let alone 5 years ago, 10 years ago. So never, ever, 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 ever let somebody else superimpose their limitations on you. If you have a will to be great and you have the courage to believe it, you have the courage to speak it out of your mouth. That's why I tell you all the time, I'm building a multi-billion-dollar media empire. My level of entrepreneurship is going to rise to that of a Robert F. Smith, of a David Stewart, owner of Worldwide Technology, global impactor, job creator, community developer and builder, people builder, right? Impacting this world on a greater, if you have the courage to believe it, the courage to speak it, the willingness to take the necessary actions, don't let nobody tell you what you can and can't do. The only person on this right here planet that can stop you from doing anything, from being what you choose to be, is you, my friend. The only person that can stop you on this planet, only person on this planet that can stop you from accomplishing your dreams and goals is you. And never forget that, ladies and gentlemen. So that is 1 minute motivation right here on the Cortez Hustle Show, brought to you by the Cortez Hustle Challenge. If you want to get in this online game, y'all, then go to CortezHustleChallenge.com or click the link in the description or the bio. And take the challenge. There's a short quiz that you can take, right? There's a short quiz that you can take and let you know if you got the chops to even be in this online world. All right. I'm just going to put the comments in here real quick. And if you like what you see, then go ahead and take the challenge. You can set it up for free, but I'll tell you, if you want to maximize this opportunity, there's a couple upsells that you want to take. Won't cost you no more than $150 though. You'll be fully set up, and then all you got to do is connect with me on some of the marketing strategies on making this thing work, and I'm going to help you win. So CortezHustleChallenge.com or click the link in the description or in the show notes. So we're talking 10 profitable online business ideas for 2021. As you can close out the year, you can kind of get started, lay your foundation, and kick the door off for 2022 with some of these business ideas. Number one, we talked about being a freelancer. We all got one thing that we do better than most people. At least one thing. You do something better than most people, even if it is you organize better than most people. You know how many companies out there get paid tens of thousands of dollars to come and organize somebody's closet or workspace? Don't think that your skill that you have is not marketable. You just got to learn how to market it to the right people. Number two on the list, start a website or blog. Estimated income, $100 to $10,000 per month, counting on blog operation expenses and monetization channels, right? Requirements, you have to be able to write or content marketing and SEO skills. Now, again, depending on your budget, there's always two schools of thought. Let me do this. Let me go back to the four types of entrepreneurs that's living inside of you, right? And some of them are more dominant than others, right? So if you know anything about the history of this country, then you probably heard or read about the California Gold Rush. During the California Gold Rush, they figured out that there was valuable precious metals in the earth out in the on the West Coast. So people rushed out there to dig and mine and pan for gold, right? Now, in every industry, there are four main players, and this is the four levels of entrepreneurship, right? So when people got out to California, there were the practitioners. These are the people who actually went to take their pickaxe, bust open the ground, go into the rivers and the streams, and they were hunting, they were looking for the gold. So you might be a practitioner. And this is going to be important as you look at every one of these business ideas here. So you might be the practitioner, right? Now, the practitioner is someone who actually does the work. Then you have the information person. This person doesn't necessarily do the work themselves, but they sell information to people to help them do the work. Right? This is like the person who, when you start getting out past Vegas and they knew that people were traveling out to California to search for gold, this is the person who has the maps with the X on it. This is the person that says, hey, I've got this secret spot where everybody that I sent to this spot finds gold. They're selling the information, right? So you got your practitioner, you got your info guy, and then you have your tools guy. Now, this is the person who says, I'm not going out there digging. I'm not selling information, but if you're going to be successful, you're going to need a pickaxe. You're going to need a shovel. You're going to need some tough material to put on clothing wise, because you're going to be down in the dirt and in the grind, rubbing up against mountains and rocks. And that's where Levi's was born, right? That's where the denim material came from, right? You're going to need, so I'm going to sell you the tools that you need, right? This is important because all of these online business ideas, there is this component to them, right? But you have to figure out what aligns with your inner entrepreneur, right? Then you have the financer, right? Or what I call the general contractor. See, the financer says, I'm not doing none of that stuff, but I'm going to partner with some people who want to do all of that stuff. They love to do all that stuff. They just don't have the resources. So let me drop a few $1,000s on them to help them get the tools they need, help them get the wagons they need, help them get hire a staff, and they're going to go out there and do that. And we're just going to, these are your investors, right? These are your general contractors. These are the guys that say, I know what to do, I just don't feel like doing it. But because of my knowledge, I'm going to actually go out here and scout out some land, and I'm going to hire some people to come in and subcontract the work out and let them do the work, and I'm just going to take me a cut, right? When you understand starting a blog, the required skills to run a blog or a website is somebody has to be writing good content. Somebody has to be creating good infographics and videos. Somebody has to have good SEO skills, but that somebody doesn't have to be you. If you got good administrative skills and you understand this field, then you can go and hire a good writer via Upwork and some of these freelance websites. You can go hire a good content marketer. You can go hire a good SEO person and build out you a good website and start making you some money. So I wanted that to be clear, because sometimes we only see entrepreneurship as the things that we can personally do ourselves. And that's not entrepreneurship. An entrepreneur is someone who gets paid to solve a problem. An entrepreneur, in its simplest terms, is someone who gets paid to solve a problem. Good entrepreneurs solve the problems that are in their face, right? They look for problems, right? But the best entrepreneurs anticipate problems and get ahead of them, right? So you can start a website or a blog. Starting a blog is one of the foremost profitable online business ideas on this list. Basically, what a blog is written content around a singular focus, right? So I could have a blog on online marketing, right? And then within that blog, I can say, I'm a content marketer, so I'm going to write all of my articles about different ways that you can create content as a marketer to make your brand explode, right? And when you do that enough, you build a brand and people come to that website in enough numbers to where when you have links on your website, like this person who has written this article, I'm looking at a link to his website right now that will literally take me to a place where I can buy a service or a product. And this person who runs this website is going to make money. So number 2 is start a blog or a website. Number 3, launch a YouTube channel. Estimated income, $5,000 a month is average salary for YouTube with 1 million subscribers. Now, don't let that number scare you, right? Because first thing people's going to say, well, Cortez, 1 million subscribers, man, it's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot. But here's the key. Here's how people get to 1 million subscribers on YouTube. They create videos and content that they love to create. Meaning, if they had 0 followers, they're so passionate about this subject matter that they would be putting this content out anyway. It's like me and this podcast every morning. It goes to my YouTube channel. I'm so passionate about economic empowerment for our community through entrepreneurship with an emphasis on personal branding and digital entrepreneurship that I put out content every single day because this is what I love. I don't got 1 million subscribers on YouTube yet, but I've chosen to speak on a topic that I love and I'm going to be speaking on for the rest of my life. So as I put content out, I'm putting content out around something that I love that I would do for free anyway. Because when I first started and wasn't making any money on YouTube, I was still putting videos out because there's other currencies outside of money, right? So the rise of YouTubers has made video content creation a viable path to starting a web-based business. Some channels have also managed to make a 6-figure business model out of this video sharing platform, because what this is describing is what YouTube will pay you if you have that many followers. But you don't need 1 million followers to make a solid 4-figure monthly residual income from YouTube. Ask me how I know. Because I built my business in the network marketing space and my own products, services, and courses I sell through my YouTube videos, right? And I got about 6 streams of passive income from YouTube because of my affiliate marketing, my links that I put in my description, the things that I talk about. People hire me for my YouTube channel to help them with their branding. 1 million followers, yes, get there if you can. But along the way, you're still building a brand. You're still reaching people. You're still connecting with people who want to connect with you, people who want to buy products and service for you. The biggest people, the people who make the most money on YouTube, they're not making that money from what Google is paying them. They're making that money from the courses and products and services that they sell and the affiliate programs that they offer on their channels. So let's be clear about that. And again, remember what I said. You don't have to be the one in front of the camera. If that's not your thing, you hire someone, you subcontract with others, you partner with others, and they can become the face of the brand. Number 4, self-publish an ebook. Super excited about this. Got a new ebook coming out on lead generation, right? Called Lead Generation Ninja. Do you want to become a lead generation ninja? One of the places that people struggle in business, according to Myron Golden, he talks about the 4 areas. Number 1 is they're not making enough lead generation offers. They don't know how to generate enough leads. If you're not generating enough leads, then you don't have enough core offers. If you don't make enough core offers, you can't get far enough away from the wolf at the door, is the way he explains it. And that causes a problem. If you're not making enough core offers, you're not making enough high ticket offers. And most people don't even have a high ticket product, right? Yours truly included. I had to think about that. I was like, man, I don't have a high ticket product. So guess who's developing a high ticket product, right? Because the example that he gave was so rich. He said, listen, when wealthy people got the biggest, baddest, boldest version of the Mercedes Benz, they could spend $125,000, $150,000 on the big Benz, the big body Benz. But then when they was ready for another level, they had to go to Rolls Royce or Bentley because Benz didn't have a high ticket vehicle to sell them. So their best customers had to go spend their money with somebody else. So they created the Maybach, right? To compete with, so they could stop losing their best customers. So lead generation, core offer, high ticket offer, continuity. Those are the 4 elements of a solid business model. And that's why I'm creating the ebook on lead generation, because most businesses aren't generating enough leads, right? So you can self-publish an ebook. Counting on the platform, you'll get 35 to 75% of royalties for every ebook sold, right? Or if you connect with me and let me build your ebook funnel, then you can get 100%. But the royalties come from if you put your ebook on a platform like Amazon.com, so they pay royalties, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? What's required? Creative writing skills and marketing skills, right? And again, you can farm this stuff out. You can hire this stuff out. You don't have to do it all yourself, right? Try to think about that. Thanks to web, becoming an author not requires sending a manuscript to a publisher. It's now possible to sell ebooks employing a personal website or self-published sites like Amazon KDP. If you're a blogger, ebooks are great for combining. Okay, I'm like, man, this guy writes kind of weird. I don't think he's from the U.S., so his English is a little bit different. Combining existing content into a comprehensive guide. That's what Ellen Kane does together with her long form articles. To feature more value to the merchandise, she inserts some printable worksheets. So creating these elements are amazing in the way that you can create and publish an ebook, right? So you can become a self-published author with next to nothing, no skills or things of that nature. So what I would encourage you to do is start. right? How do you start? Go Google how to become a self-published author, right? That's how you start. So, what I would recommend, it's not that difficult, ladies and gentlemen. Will it require some commitment? Absolutely. Will it require some hard work? Certainly. Will it require some creative thinking? Will it require some partnerships? Will it require some new skills learning along the way? Absolutely, it will, right? It certainly will, but it's worth doing, especially if you don't like where you are right now, right? Some of us literally don't like where we are, and we complain about it all the time as if we don't have the ability to change it. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, really quickly, I know we're winding down the show, but I've got a very special guest that I want you guys to hear from. And we're going to chop it up a little bit on this subject. And tomorrow, I'm going to come back and finish up this episode. And guess what? Tomorrow, we're celebrating the 200th episode of the Cortez Hustle Show. So we'll keep going with this topic for tomorrow. So this young lady that I'm going to introduce to you guys with the last few minutes that we have is an amazing online business strategist. And she's worked for some of the biggest brands in the world that you guys will all know if she decides to disclose that to you. But let me present to some of you guys and introduce to others, Madam Vanessa Jacquemin. Good morning, Vanessa. How are you?
Good morning. How are you? Great to be here.
I am extremely well. Happy to have you on. We're talking about this whole online business space, and we've got about 12 minutes left in the show. But what I want you to do is give them the 60-second version of who you are. I know with credentials as long as yours, it's hard to squeeze them into 60 seconds, right? So give them the 60-second version of who you are, and then let's give them some practical tips as it relates to getting started online.
Absolutely. Hi, everyone. My name is Vanessa Jacquemin. I'm a certified online business manager and online business strategist. I stress the strategy part, and I'll get into that a little bit later. I help new entrepreneurs set up and launch their online business, mostly service-based entrepreneurs, but also product-based, physical product-based, and established entrepreneurs streamline and scale. You know, there are some entrepreneurs that are at 6-7 figures, but when they started their business, really didn't have their operational systems in place, and they're overwhelmed and they really need to streamline. But my main passion is working with new entrepreneurs, people who have a dream, want to start an online business, want to leave their corporate job, have an amazing expertise, skill that is marketable, and where there's a target audience, and I help them set up and launch their business.
Yeah, I think people miss that. And I was sharing earlier that the marketable skill piece, almost every skill is marketable when you find the right market.
Yeah.
Right? Problem is, we talk to our friends and family about the skill set that we have and what we want to do in business, and they'll quickly tell us, because they're not interested in, oh, you can't make no money doing that. I'm like, I don't care if you love underwater basket weaving. There's an underwater basket weaving community somewhere that will buy products and services for you. So talk about the startup phase. What is the mindset of someone going into entrepreneurship? What mindset should they have, and what should they expect on this journey?
Well, I'm really focused on online business, but really all business right now is online. 30 years ago, before the internet, 40 years ago, everything you had to have a TV commercial or a billboard. Now it's online with the internet. So the first thing I would say, because people think, oh, online business, some people don't even think it's actually business. This is a business, right? Yeah. So when people think, oh, I'll start a YouTube channel or start an online business, whatever it is, they think immediately of going viral. Oh, I'm going to create a video and I hope that the video is going to go viral and that's going to be the start of my business. Well, it really doesn't work that way. So that's the first tip. It's a business. You have to get all your ducks in a row. And the way that I work with my client, it's really about putting all the foundational elements in place before you launch, right?
Mhm.
And because it's also online business, so that means digital marketing, there is that aspect of the complexity of digital marketing that you didn't have when you just had to put up a billboard or buy
Mhm.
a TV ad, that you really need to know about, right?
Yeah.
That you can outsource and that you will
Mhm.
outsource certain things in your business, but it's really important for you to have the really great foundational elements of digital marketing. That's the first thing I would say. It's a business and you have to treat it as such.
Yeah, I think that is huge, and I love the idea of outsourcing. But even when you outsource, you have to have a base knowledge to
Yeah,
begin with, right? Because you don't know if what you're outsourcing and the work that you're getting in return is quality, right?
yeah,
So that is super. Have a base knowledge. And here's the other thing with the internet: all the information is out there,
yeah,
right? So take,
absolutely.
a weekend and go binge watch. Gary Vaynerchuk talks about that all the time. It's like you can lock yourself in a room for a couple of days and come out a pretty decent anything these days because all of the information is out there. You've got some wonderful programs that you are launching and really about to pull a bunch of entrepreneurs into going through this holiday season. Talk about the importance of taking advantage of timing because I think now is the greatest time to get started in entrepreneurship. So, talk a little bit about that and tell us about the programs that you are getting ready to launch in 2022 that people can get enrolled in today.
Yes, absolutely. Now is the time, whether it's November, December, March, if you have something inside you that tells you, I have a business idea and I need to put the right foundations in place to get that launched, do it. And you don't have to if you leave your job right now. I'm not saying leave your corporate job, have no money, and
Mhm.
just, no, because it takes time to build a business, but you can do it at the same time. So I have a group coaching program called the Strategic Entrepreneur. I really believe in strategy. I really believe in strategic planning when you are setting up and launching your business. And I have this amazing group coaching program where we work for 4 months with new entrepreneurs who want to set up and launch their online business. And the next cohort is starting in January. So, January, it's a new year. We
Mhm.
all have a lot of great motivation and things that we want to do, dreams that we want to no longer continue to defer. So,
Yeah.
January is a great time to start. November, December, if you already have a business, that's a great time to get your holiday sales, in
Mhm.
place. But you should have had them in place at least 3 months prior.
Right.
So yeah, every moment, every season, every month, it's an exciting time to be an entrepreneur, whether you're launching something, where you're promoting something, where you're focusing on your branding, all of it. And in this group coaching program, it takes 4 months because we focus on specific things during each month. I have my content pillars, my pillars, the way that I
Mhm.
work, right? And
Yeah.
people who are entrepreneurs, especially in the digital marketing space, should know what your pillars are, right? Mine are three things: diagnose and discover, design, develop, deploy, and debrief. So the first month of the program, we diagnose your business, we discover your business, we understand your current business position, we do a branding audit, a business audit, and we create a 90-day strategic plan. The second and third month, that's when we design everything. That's really fun. We design all the branding assets, the marketing collateral. We create the sales funnel. Sales funnels are important,
Mhm.
and also we create the launch strategy and plan. Fourth month, that's when we launch, right? And people
Yeah.
can go through the program. There are some people who go through it. They just want to learn everything, and then when they're ready to implement everything, they have all the information. It's basically, online business university. That's really what
Mhm.
it is.
Yeah.
You're ready to launch. Are there people who implement as we go along? So set up and launch the business in 4 months.
I love that. I love that. And then you also have something else, which I think is critically important, where you can help people with their idea, right? Maybe they don't want the 4 month
Yeah.
deal. Maybe they're a little apprehensive, but sometimes we have these ideas, and most people know now that, okay, this idea, I have to figure out how it marries with the internet and how I can best position myself in the marketplace. How do you help people along that journey as well?
Right. Well, what I do is I have what I call this a strategic clarity session. That really is the first, work that we do. There are some people who come to me, they know what their product is, they know what their service is, they know what they want their business to be. They just need help setting it up and launching it. But there are a lot of people who just have this gut feeling that they want to become an entrepreneur, and they do have an expertise. So maybe they have different passions, different things that they're good at. They don't know. So this clarity session is exactly what it is. It gets you clear on what your offer is, your offer suite, your offer pricing, the structure of your offer, the delivery of your offer, who your ideal client is. And at the end, we create a business launch timeline. So that is really for clarity. And people then decide, okay, I'm ready to go into the group coaching program. The group coaching program is not a time to start product ideation, which is what the strategic clarity session is. It's a time for product design and formatting, because 4 months may seem long, but it's not. And we meet every week for 2 hours. There's homework. Every week, I want you advancing in getting the business up and running.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Well, tell everybody how they can connect with you and to get a hold of any of this wonderfulness that you are doing from the coaching standpoint, because most people are kind of on the fence. And I think, having the right information is what gives them the courage to make that leap.
Yeah, no, I really believe in that. I really believe in having the proper foundations. You do have a lot of online business gurus that you'll see their ads everywhere saying, I know how to attract these clients. I'm going to teach you the 4-step process or all these things. That's amazing. Those are marketing tactics. But what about the foundations of your business? And that is what I'm passionate about. That is what I'm focused on, making sure that you have the proper foundations for a sustainable business. And then you can do all those marketing tactics, right? So if you want to learn more about the group coaching program, just go to my website, vanessajacquemin.com. You just see it right there. And then you'll see the strategic entrepreneur. That's when you can sign up. The next cohort starts the first week in January. We have a limited number of spots. Strategic clarity session also, you can also find that in my services page. And if you just want to have a discovery call before making any purchase with me, we can do that too. That's a free discovery call when I can learn more about your business and guide you however I can.
Love it, love it, love it. All the links are in the description and in the show notes. Make sure y'all connect with Vanessa. I know we have some technical issues and some misfires, so we're going to bring Vanessa back on so she can get the full hour to help you guys understand her wonderfulness. But I appreciate each and every one of you guys for tuning in. You guys hop on tomorrow. We're celebrating 200 episodes of the Cortez Hustle Show tomorrow. I'm super excited about that. So until we talk to you guys next time, I want you to get your money up, because you absolutely can do it. But more importantly, you deserve to do it, each and every single one of you. Now hustle up. But you've got to overcome fear if you're going to win.
You're tuned into the Cortez Hustle Show. Please like and subscribe.